So, you want to become smarter. Cool. But here's the catch. Most of the world says you need 12 years of school, 4 years of college, maybe even grad school to earn that smart badge. And what do you end up with? A fancy degree and no job. It's not even a joke anymore. But hey, at least your grammar's flawless when you post about it on Reddit. Here's the truth. Becoming smarter is way easier than you think, even if you feel like your genetics make you average or below. Compared to the rest of the animal kingdom, you're already overpowered. So when we say, I want to get smarter, what do we really mean? We want to learn useful skills, ideally ones that make money, solve problems, preferably for money, understand complex stuff, sound smart enough in conversation to get respect, but not so smart that people label you a nerd. But the problem? Most advice out there is either philosophical nonsense you can't follow unless you're Oprah, or it's the same 6 brain hacks recycled over and over: blueberries, black coffee, sleep more, classical music. Nice tips, but at some point, you have to actually learn stuff. So what do? You start reading. Yep, old school. But not just anything. The type of reading depends on your goal. Fiction? It sharpens your reading speed, vocabulary, and dialogue comprehension. Plus, it makes you feel like you have friends. Nonfiction? That's where the real gold is. That's how you learn stuff to drop casually into conversations and come off as low-key brilliant. The trick is delivery. Don't be that person who says, well, actually, and corrects everyone. Instant dislike. Try this, friend. Crazy how we evolved from chimpanzees, right? I read something interesting the other day. Turns out humans and chimps actually evolved side by side, not from one another. Kinda cool. Boom, you shared knowledge without being a jerk. Now they think you're smart and chill. But where do you find these books? It's literally as simple as Googling books about topic. Want to learn about cleaning? Search it. Pick a book that looks decent. And look, while I'm not endorsing anything illegal, your finger might accidentally click on a certain website and you might accidentally download it. Accidents happen. Once you start reading, here's the golden rule. Apply what you learn. Reading alone won't make you smart. Using what you read? That's what locks it in. Let's say you just read a chapter on how to clean a bedroom. Go clean one. Doesn't even have to be yours. The point is to teach your brain, hey, this is useful. But what if it's something you can't practice, like jump-starting a car? Easy. Just imagine doing it. Walk through the process mentally, like you're really there. Visualization convinces your brain you use that knowledge, helps you remember it. This is the same reason schools give you tests. You learn something, and then they give you an imaginary scenario where that knowledge is needed. Your brain thinks it's real, so it stores it. After the test? Well, that's a different story. Want to retain knowledge longer? Do practice questions. Not just rereading, not just summarizing. Practice is the closest thing to reality. No questions in your book? Make your own. Pretend your life depends on getting the answer right. Name the parts of the human cell or you fall off a cliff. This is the real way to get smart. Learn something. Make your brain believe it matters. Use it. Even imagining usage helps. That's why textbooks are still the top-tier way to learn fast. No fluff, no distractions, just information and questions that challenge you to apply it. Sure, they're boring. But if you're serious about learning, they're gold. And if, say, your finger slips again and you end up with a free textbook from a mysterious website, oops. Before that happens, though, consider donating to the cause, one subscription at a time.